Hello everyone, it's Rose and Carter do the JOB on a Friday. Singles wrestler day today, and it's Bully Boy Carter's pick. Obvious reasons why you picked it, Bully, but I think it would have been someone that we would have picked anyway at some point, regardless of the situation.
Yeah.
Kamala, for obvious reasons.
Mm-hmm.
A few weeks ago, like literally the week of his death, I believe you chose him.
Yeah, I had someone else in mind, but then I thought I remember who I had in mind now, actually, so I'll save him for another time. But yeah, I thought I'd change it because of the situation. So
yeah, but definitely someone I think we would have got to in the end anyway, because someone I've always enjoyed.
Yeah, definitely.
Fucking legendary career. James Arthur Harris, born May the 28th, 1950, and died August the 9th of this year. He was 70. From Mississippi, had a shitload of names. Bad News Harris, the Giant Kamala, the Ugandan Giant Kamala, Mississippi Mauler, Sugar Bear Harris, and a shitload of others. Trained by Tim Hampton, so Wikipedia tells me. Not sure who that is, but clearly did a good job. Debuted in 1978 and wrestled until 2010, so that's quite a stretch, isn't it?
It
was 32 years. 78, he started wrestling as Sugar Bear Harris in Southern American promotions. Also wrestled as Ugly Bear Harris and Big Jim Harris. He was first managed by Percy Pringle in 78.
Okay.
I never knew that. His first title win was the NWA Tri-States title in 79. He was also Tri-States Tag Team Champion. Went to Southeastern in 1980, winning their heavyweight championship as Bad News Harris. In 81, he toured Europe, Germany, and England primarily for joint promotions, where he was the Mississippi Mauler. In June of 81, this is pretty big. In June of 81, he was in the finals of a tournament for the World Heavyweight Championship, wrestled Wayne Bridges, at the Wembley Arena.
Right.
To Wembley Stadium, like fucking 11 years later. He was like, I did over the road a few years back. Like, that's pretty big, isn't it?
Yeah.
82, he went to Continental Wrestling Association, Jerry Jarrett's outfit in Memphis, but he only went to visit his friend, the Dream Machine, to pick up some gear.
Right.
Wrestling gear, not fucking gear. He went to the Mid-South Coliseum to see his mate. Ended up meeting Lawler. Fucking Kamala was born. Lawler made him Kamala. And the rest is fucking history, to be fair, isn't it? You know what I mean? He was 40 years in at that point, pottering about the fucking, shit kicker places. Finally gets to Memphis, gets the gimmick. The backstory, apparently, that he was the bodyguard of the president of Uganda. According to J.J. Dillon, who was his manager at the time. Even beating Lawler for the Southern title, so that's pretty fucking big, isn't it? When you're in Memphis, beating Lawler in 1982, you ain't going to get no bigger than that. In and out of Mid-South between 82 and 86 several times. 83 to 85, he was in world class. 84, he had a little stint in the WWF. 84 to 86, in and out of the AWA, the Crockett's, Japan, and International Wrestling in Canada. 86 and 87, he was full-time for Vince. 88 to 92, USWA, Mexico and Japan. 92 to 93, back to WWF again. 93 to 95, semi-retirement, it says, but I mean, he was still in fucking USWA regularly and toured India for a while. 95, he was in WCW. 96, he was in the USWA again. So he always sort of ends up going back to Memphis, like you would, wouldn't you, where you started, I suppose. Sporadic WWE appearances, like the Gimmick Battle Royal at WrestleMania 17. Wrestled Randy Orton on SmackDown, Taboo Tuesday. And then 02 to 10, various different independents. Memphis, various NWA promotions, TNA, the Juggalos. Fucking, there's not many places he hasn't been, as there. Let's be fair.
Yeah.
He got about, and
Yeah.
fucking a legendary name,
Mm.
and very enjoyable.
Yeah.
So, watch 4 matches. What was your first, mate?
My first one was as the Mississippi Mauler. It's not got the exact year, but it's against Honey Boy Zimba from the UK.
Righto.
So, yeah, this was this is the match I probably wrote the most on, actually, or at least, I did write quite a bit on this one. It is effectively like the Mississippi Mauler beating the fuck out of him basically the whole match. Like, it's really like 90% of him. I guess they're trying to put him over strong or whatever, but like, it's in rounds. The first round he wins with basically it's like a power thing. He's just a power, like, just showing his fucking strength. There's a spot in it which I quite enjoyed, which you don't see. I've never seen it before or since. It's like where he's got the head, and you're like, you shoot him off, like, you go against the ropes, you shoot him off, so he's gonna run. But obviously, like, he's so fucking much bigger than Honey Boy Zimba. Instead of just like holding the ropes or not fucking continuing the run, he fucking shoots him off. So Kamala's like running, but then he'll just like stop. You know what I mean? So he's not like so he's like fucking. He takes his head, shoots him off, and it's like he's shooting him off. And I'm expecting him to come back with a big tackle or something, but he don't even get to the ropes. He literally just stops and turns around and fucking, shows out and stuff like that, which is pretty cool, actually. I've never seen that before. And
You've said it and seen it, but
because
it totally makes sense why it would happen.
It does. It does, doesn't it?
Not been seen before. I mean, like, fucking Shawn Michaels sends Hakeem off the ropes and everything's dandy. But it makes total sense.
Yeah.
Fucking Man's back again. He was here the other day, wasn't
he? He was. But I thought that was a fucking brilliant spot. I'd never seen it, and it just made me think, fucking hell, it makes perfect sense, but it's never been. Well, I've never seen it, so yeah, that was right. There's a point where he's basically beating the fuck out of him. He gets a public warning because he ain't letting him get up. The first round goes to the Mauler with I think it's a big splash or something. Yeah, splash, and then so what happens is he beats him in the first round with a splash. I guess it's 2 out of 3, right? Whatever. Beats him with the first fall, and then literally into the second round, he just can't continue. So like, it's effectively just 1 round. So like, after the splash, it's like
the break between 1 and 2, he was kind of dying, and then it was just knocked on the end.
So so they kind of did start the second round, but then they were like, nah, let's just stop it, kind of thing, because but that was it. But yeah, very enjoyable match. And I guess they were just kind of showing Kamala to be a fucking animal, kind of thing, and just made him look fucking brilliant. And like I say, Honey Boy Zimba had very, very little to do in it, like a couple of strikes here and there, but that was about it. So it's effectively a squash, but very, very good, like very enjoyable.
And quite a cool finish, to be fair, with it going over into the next round and fucking, getting 2 falls in essence, 2 falls in 1 round. And it's something different, isn't it?
Yeah.
My first one is also from British TV, filmed in Preston apparently in 1981,
right?
Versus Tom Tyrone.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one pop up actually.
Did Jim Harris have a crown on and all that shit?
I don't recall it. Unless I missed it, because I just see him getting in the ring. I don't think he had one on getting in the ring. I could be wrong, but
in this, he had a manager with him, Red Berry. I don't think it was the Red Berry of American/Australian fame. I don't know. I could be wrong. But yeah, he had a manager with him doing like a promo in the ring, which is fucking totally unheard of at the time in British wrestling as well. Big crown on and all that shit, putting over the fact that Jim Harris was the king of wrestling, blah blah blah. I'll have a lot slimmer, weren't he? Looked fucking pretty, to be fair. And speaking in perfect English. Like you wouldn't have known it was Kamala, really. I wouldn't, you know.
No, no, I thought that as well.
Uh, it was your typical sort of big man, small man thing. Tom Tyrone got a lot bigger. This is 81, so Tom Tyrone got a lot bigger and sort of international heavyweight later on. But at this point, he's relatively small. So it's like big man, small man, fucking tackles and, you know, Jim no selling fucking everything. Pretty cool thing. He like fucking backhammers Tom Tyrone facing him, but he like backhammers him and then lifts him up, which is like a pretty cool kind of submission thing. It wasn't a submission, but it would have been a pretty cool finish, I thought.
Yeah.
Loads of sort of punch controversy and a public warning for that. Cheating all the way through the second round as well. A second public warning. I thought we're going to have a fucking disqualification here, to be fair, but it didn't quite get that far. A couple of tackles from Tom Tyrone and the old stagger gimmick. Crossbody catches him, slams him. Shitloads of fire from Tom before that, though. And then there was the big splash and the count of 10 on the floor. So it was like knockout in round, towards the end of round 2. So again, 2 rounds and put him over. They must have been putting him over either for that big title tournament thing or probably Big Daddy, I'd have thought. I don't know why, you know, like, why wouldn't a fucking massive man like that be in a tag with Big Daddy? Just makes sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah. There's a match with Big Daddy on YouTube, isn't there, with him?
Yeah. I've not seen it, to be fair, though.
No, I haven't seen it because I looked at it, but they said the video was only like fucking not even 2 minutes long. So I don't know if it was just clips or if it was a fucking very short match, but I don't know.
Might well be a very short match. That manager guy that was with him in the match I just watched.
Yeah.
Ken Walton, the commentator, was putting over the fact that he was his tag partner. We'll be seeing him soon doing tag matches on TV and blah blah blah. So, you know, it would have been an ideal, you know, daddy and small man tag match. Yeah. So that was match 1, both from England. What you got next?
Next match is from 27th of December 1984, and it says Kamala against Billy Jack Haynes.
Right.
This was a fucking brilliant match. Like, again, it's actually generally Kamala, like 90% of the match, believe it or not, but it's like, I don't know how long the match is, I can't remember, but most of the match, Kamala's just basically got a nerve hold on fucking Billy Jack Haynes, and it's like a really weird fucking nerve hold. It's literally like the fucking tit, like just under the armpit kind of thing. Okay. Like a nerve hold, like working on him the whole match. Like Billy Jack has a little bit like here and there, but really not that much. He'll get out of it and then he'll go back to the nerve hold. Like literally the whole fucking match is that nerve hold. It's like just fucking working on it. And the crowd are enjoying it. They're not like going wild, but they're not fucking dead. They're into it. And I just remember thinking like, it's fucking good this. And I also remember thinking there's gonna be some fucking idiots that will watch this thinking it's boring as fuck. But I really enjoyed it. Like I really thought it was good. Like Billy Jack was selling it and fucking he was just going for him. Like towards the end, he gets a little like there's a little fight back by Billy, hits a big body slam, fucking drop kicks, fucking Kimchi, smacks Kimchi off the apron, fucking. There's a massive drop kick on. So basically, the comeback is a big slam on Kamala, fucking nails Kimchi on the apron, hits a massive drop kick on Kamala. Then he hits the ropes to go for probably his big splash, I guess, and then he hits the ropes and then tripped by Skandar, then fucking Kamala hits the big splash for the win. So it's like, real good. But like I say, it was all Kamala, like literally all Kamala till that big comeback at the end where fucking, so yeah. And Kamala's got fucking two, he's got Kimchi and Skandar Akbar with him outside the ring for like the distractions and stuff. So, but yeah, it was really, really good. Like, It was a great story, just selling, just fucking working that hold, literally like 90% of the match. And who's gonna hit the ropes for something, gets tripped, and then fucking Kamala's up, big splash, boom, 3 count. So that's how it went down. But
People would see that as boring, but I think we see it as building.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, because they built to a fucking pretty movie finish, and it clearly did what it had to do.
yeah,
Was it world class?
I think it was like it didn't look over. You are.
With Scandal being there, it's either world class or mid south, isn't it?
I think it was world class. Looking like judging by like the fucking the ring and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. But yeah, but no, it was really good. And like you say, they were building to something, building to it. And like, the people were there thinking, like, waiting for the big comeback, waiting for fucking Billy Jack to fucking hopefully, come out on top. And I guess they thought he was going to do it, especially when he nailed Kimchi off the apron, then hits the drop kick on Kamala. And then he's hitting the ropes again for something else. And that's when Skandar trips him, which kind of fucked him up for the big splash. But yeah, so, but no, very, very good. Very good.
Yeah. Slam as well. I mean, slamming fucking big Kamala, people are going to think that's pretty big. So, yeah, winner. And that was December 84.
Yeah.
Right, mine's just 2 months before then. But from the WWF, I've done 4 matches from 4 countries. So this one's Canada. From
All right.
Maple
Okay.
versus Andre the Giant in the cage.
All right.
Kamala's got the masked man with him, but he's called Friday, not Kimchi. Not sure why the name change.
He's called who?
Friday.
What? Same guy, is it? Or
Well, he looks the same, in his fucking safari outfit and his mask, but just a different name. Not sure what the score is or whether it was a different person, meant to be a different person, Kimchi, or did they just change the name or what the fuck? But yeah, his name is Friday. At the start of the match, like Kamala was being Kamala, not wanting to get in the ring and not fucking proper confused as to what the fuck was happening. Andre comes out, who's about half an inch shorter than the cage. Like the fucking cage is like there. Cause it's only one of those sort of flimsy ones.
yeah.
Andre jumps him at the start, and to be fair, fucking Andre looks like he's laying him in. Like he ain't holding back fuck all here. Kamala's firing back, and it's very even, to be fair, most of it. There's a bit of blood on Andre after going into the cage. It does look fucking rough on Kamala, though, to be fair. It's like Friday versus the referee outside the ring now, because like it's one of them where you have to go out the ring to win, which is madness when you've got two fucking massive and that, isn't it? But yeah, it's one of them bad boys. So Friday is trying to open the door. The referee saying, "No, I haven't been told to open the door." And there's more action out the ring with Friday against the fucking referee than there is in there. For me though, the joy of watching Kamala is in being Kamala. The fucking the not quite knowing what's going on kind of fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And I think because it looked like Andre was battering him, and I genuinely believe that was happening, Kamala was just being himself and fighting for his fucking life. Like he couldn't be Kamala. He couldn't do the fucking gimmick because he was just trying to fucking live. Towards the finish though, fucking the finish is brutal. Andre slams him, boom, lovely jubbly. And then he does, that doink finish, the fucking whoopee cushion. He did like an earthquake fucking splash to him first. And then he goes up the fucking rope. Andre, up the fucking rope, holding onto the cage for dear life. Comes off the top with that doink the clown fucking Matt Bourne whoopee cushion thing. Fucking wallop. Lands right on his fucking throat. And Andre's out the ring and that's it. Job's a good one, but fucking brutal. Yeah, I bet fucking Kamala was glad that bad boy finished.
Um, Right, my next one is actually a match that I seen pop up on Facebook probably 6 months to a year ago. I can't remember, and it was a fucking right weird match. You might have seen it before. I'd never seen it before, and when it was posted on Facebook, I never watched it either. So I've never watched it until yesterday, and it's it's from 13th of October '92, and it's fucking a tag match with Papa Shango against Bret Hart and the Ultimate Warrior.
I think this is this on the unreleased DVD?
I think it might be. I don't know actually.
I'm sure it's on. No,
You are?
I'm sure it's on that. I don't remember it vividly, but I remember such an odd combination.
Yeah, I think it might be actually. Yeah, like literally the match itself. This was the kind of match that was fucking. It was one of them matches that you weren't expecting it to be a fucking 27-star Meltzer, were you? But like, you just knew that it could be interesting. Like, fucking Bret and Warriors, the most fucking like bizarre fucking. It's kind of funny, like right from there's there's parts of it that just I fucking laugh, and I'm not even like meant to be laughing. Like Bret's in the ring, and fucking like like obviously they've got different entrances, and fucking Bret's just stood in the corner, and Warrior music hits, and you know Warrior's music fucking all rocky and like fucking head banging type shit, and Bret's just in the corner, and he's just there like fucking like not like, you can see him like with his fucking mouth like boom, boom, like, I don't think he's fucking. I don't know whether he's aware there's fucking cameras on him or whatnot, but yeah, it just made me laugh that bit. And then fucking they finally start the match, and it's Bret and fucking Kamala with the test of strength thingies, where there's a bit of a situation where Kamala goes to cheap shot Bret. I think Bret fucking he blocks a cheap shot, and then fucking always makes me laugh when you stand on someone with barefoot. Like so stands on his feet like twice, stands on his foot, and he's just selling it like so like fucking comical, which just like made me laugh as well. What else have I got? Yeah, Papa comes in, starts the heat on Bret, and then the big like there's not a lot to it. There's just like beating the fuck out Bret for a little while. Warrior's not until the fucking big comeback. Bret moves out the way of a splash in the corner, gets the hot tag on the Warrior. Fucking, it must be a fucking 10-minute match, and Warrior's in for about fucking 30 seconds. So he comes in. Fucking what have I got here? Warrior, yeah, comes in. Fucking fires up a little bit, fucking hits a splash on Papa Shango for the win. Literally must do 3 moves and fucking jobs are good, and there they go. And they fucking I've just put at the end, Bret Warrior, what a fucking odd pair. But like Shango and Kamala actually look like they could be a fucking decent tag team to be like, you know, look wise and stuff. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was a
and Bret and Papa
you are?
Bret and Kamala's good, isn't it? And Bret and Papa's good.
Yeah.
Throw there, fucking fucks the whole thing. So it's probably at the request of the other 3. You just stay there, Big Jim. You know, you fucking stay there. Well, yeah, you have a good deal. You have a rest. You deserve it.
Yeah. But yeah, it was quite funny. You knew that like fucking Warrior was just there to fucking. They wanted to like he was over as fuck. It was like 92, so he was still a big name, weren't he, Warrior? So I guess yeah, they just like the crowd were fairly quiet during the match though. They weren't like like dead, but they weren't fucking up like kind of thing. But no, it was a fun match though. It wasn't a fucking classic by any stretch, but it was good to watch and quite funny in places that probably weren't meant to be funny, but it was fun to watch.
Right, my next one, my tour of the world with Kamala, now takes us to Australia for
All right.
Rob Rooson's IWA promotion. That was an American promotion that sort of toured various parts of the world as well. Kamala versus the Master Blaster of WCW fame that tagged with Kevin Nash as the Master Blasters in like 90, I suppose. So
Right.
this is probably the year after, maybe 91. So before his WWF main fucking, Kamala's main WWF run there, which was very not.
Hey, can you hear me? I can't. Your sound's gone.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better now. Yeah. Couldn't hear you just now.
Al Green is the Master Blaster that used to tag with Kevin Nash.
Okay.
Kim Shee's there again. It's in a fucking circus tent, but it's well packed in Australia.
Okay.
Good start for the Master Blaster, popping them all over the shop. Fucking Master Blaster attempts to slam. Now, at this point, I'm thinking the Master Blaster, in WCW anyway, was a heel. But he's against Kamala here, who's got to be a heel at this point, because he hadn't been a fucking babyface till the whole slick thing, right? So, Master Blaster's got to be the babyface. No doubt about it here. So he's popping Kamala all over the shop and getting the cheers. Now, after all this shit dies down, Kamala gets in the ring and he's all fucking smiley and thumbs uppy and doing like a really fucking cheesy smile. And the people are laughing at him and enjoying him. Now Kamala slams fucking Master Blaster and gets a pop for it. Now, my mind's fucking blown at this point, right? So I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's happening. So it's all Kamala then, right? Getting fucking pops for everything Kamala does, right? Then the Master Blaster's teammate, Master Blaster number 2, that isn't Kevin Nash anymore because Kevin Nash has got a proper job, in the ring and knocks off fucking Kimchi and attempts to get Kamala. Now I tried to work out who this other Master Blaster was. It looked at first like a fucking fat Johnny Ace. Not fat, but big Johnny Ace. But then I remembered that Johnny Ace, a la, Animal's brother, had another brother, the Terminator, that did wrestling too. So I think it was him. It looked, it looked just like Johnny Ace, but bigger. So I think it was the Terminator. Any old road up. Master Blaster now fires up to pops from people like babyface pops. He's firing up like fucking Ricky Steamboat, babyface styling on Kamala. My mind's blown, absolute fucking blown. I don't know what's going on. It's a good match, don't get me wrong, but there's no heel. He slams Kamala, big pop. Master Blaster misses a splash. Kamala picks him up to slam him to splash him. Don't know why he picked him up, but it's Kamala, so you can do what you want. Kamala wins. Massive babyface pop. So 2 babyfaces, yet both look like villains. But yeah, it was a good match. Don't get me wrong. I'm not fucking shitting on the match, but I just wasn't sure who the babyface was.
Right. Okay.
But they clearly didn't need one. So I'm knocking it, but I'm not at the same time because it was over no matter what the fuck happened. So yeah, good on them. That was Australia.
Right. My next one is the one that you mentioned earlier, actually, against Randy Orton from SmackDown.
Okay, I'll consider that, to be fair.
Yeah, I thought I'd put this because 2005 it's from, and it's a little bit fucking too recent for me, but I thought I'd stick it on anyway and see what guans. And surprisingly, it was fucking very good, very, very good. It wasn't that long. Bit back and forth here and there. Fucking Kamala hits the fucking finish, splash, boom, but fucking Orton kicks out of it. Fucking Kamala goes for a big splash in the corner. Orton turns around, hits the RKO, pow. Fucking going for the
pow.
He's going for the fucking he's covering him to get the 3 count. Now this is the time when Taker and Orton were feuding, I guess, because when he hits the RKO, goes for the pin, the lights go out, fucking, then the big dong hits, and then fucking
the big dong. So immature.
Fucking leaps out, fucking Leeds come back on. Kamala's fucking just vanished. Fucking gone into thin air. So that's the fucking end of it. Like Orton's looking around like fucking what's going on, and then literally that was the end of the match. But I guess they're just building the angle with Taker there. But no, it was fucking brilliant, fun stuff. And Kamala still looked as fucking just like he did fucking 10 years prior. So you know, so yeah, very good.
I like Randy. You know, I do like Randy Orton.
I like Randy Orton.
He was a legend killer, wasn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
I like.
Came in, didn't they?
You what? Sorry.
Various sort of old timers came in to go on with him, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah. I like Randy a lot. Actually.
With is it Rob Conway?
Rob, say that again. Sorry.
They did the same kind of thing with Rob Conway, where he beat a load of old timers. He had like Greg Valentine, and they brought fucking Doink in for one, and you know.
Oh, I can't remember actually. I don't remember that. I don't remember that. But no, that match was good.
Nothing to do with what I've watched here, but I did watch a couple more, and one of them was against Umaga.
Oh
like
yeah.
After some sort of tag on a pay-per-view, it was the Raw the night before. There was like Umaga was against three old timers like Kamala, fucking maybe Snooker or something, and Doink. No, Eugene and Doink.
Right.
And then after was him and Kamala on his own because he killed the other two. But yeah, that was all right. My last one, my fourth country, America, versus Kim Shi. Yay.
I've seen this one pop up as well, to be fair.
Yeah. This is another one that fucking blew my mind. Not the match itself. The match was fucking quality, right? Really enjoyable match. But this is the March to WrestleMania 9 TV show. So, you know, just before WrestleMania 9, right?
Right.
And all the way through it, Vince McMahon and Bobby Heenan are mentioning Bam Bam Bigelow versus Kamala at WrestleMania.
Okay.
Did it? That wasn't a thing.
No.
So I don't know whether it was cut because of time or fucking some shit happened and one of them disappeared or what. But
that'd have been alright. That.
Yeah, but they put Razor Ramon and Bob Backlund on instead. So you know, if it was cut because of time and they put Razor and Backlund on, they need to fucking look at themselves, don't they?
They do.
Fucking Slick introduced Kamala, which was brilliant. He was like preaching and fucking, you know, people were shouting back at him. Like it was really good. Slick's little intro for Kamala. In comes to Kamala. To be fair, I was thinking all the way through this, they're advertising Bigelow against Kamala for WrestleMania. Kim Shi versus Kamala at WrestleMania would have been peach because there's a story talent there. You know, Slick has turned Kamala to the goody side, and you know when Kim Shi gets in the ring, he's fucking pointing at Kamala, going, you know, fucking. Well, you can't hear what he's saying, and he's meant to be Ugandan, so. But in my head, he's saying, you shouldn't go with this fucking Slick. You should come back to the dark side with me and go back to fucking Uganda and eat people's faces and raw chicken. The match is fucking bouting, you know. It's primarily Kamala beating the shit out of essentially Barry Hart. What's his name? Steve Lombardi, the brawler, I'm guessing. It's brilliant. Yeah, it's really good. Splash to the back. Kamala does, and then fucking Slick's shouting to, you know, roll him over, and all the crowd shouting to roll him over, and they're like fucking preaching to him to roll him over, and then he rolls him too far, and then he has to roll him back, and he fucking spins him round, and he hooks the leg the wrong way, and fucking all sorts of shit. But it's that he eventually gets him the right way, and that's the finish. And yeah, sound. I'd watch a show full of them kind of matches. Me fucking bouting. Give me more Kamala and Kim Shi.
Fucking great pick that was, wasn't it?
Yeah, fucking loved me some Kamala.
Yeah.
Bless him. We should have done this like the week after he died, but this is our tribute to him today.
Yeah.
Good on. God bless the Kamala.
Mm.
Next week we've got a pick now for the entire of next week, haven't we? And it's your tag team. We had the Batten twins last week. Who you got for Monday's tag pick, mate?
Well, you ready for this one? You ain't gonna fucking. You could write a list of fucking 571 tag teams, and you won't fucking. You won't pick these fuckers. I'm a fan of both of them, and I'm sure you will be as well. I don't actually know how long they were together. I think they were together a while, long enough to have a good selection, I reckon. However, I've gone with the one and the only Bolsheviks.
Oh, go on. That's all right. That's a good pick.
Yeah, it's a good pick, isn't it?
I reckon there's a fair few of them about.
Yeah, I reckon there is as well. I mean, most of the matches I've seen with them, they've kind of jobbed out in a relatively short amount of time. So I'm going to fucking dive into some fucking research and see what I can find,
We might have to go a little deeper because, like when we watch them house shows of New York or Boston or whatever.
Yeah, I'm filling that.
They have long matches with like the Young Stallions or whatever,
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
they?
Yeah.
They have 20 minutes there. So they might not be individually on the tube, but they'll probably be on those longer ones.
Yeah, I reckon so, yeah.
Investigation, that'll be great. Right, so Bolsheviks, Nikolai and Boris on Monday. Wednesday, slow show / event / package day. WCW or WWF? What's your pick?
What did we do last time? We done that fucking extreme thingy that we don't ever want to talk about again.
I suppose Bolsheviks are WWF, aren't they?
Yeah.
So should we do a WCW?
Yeah, do WCW.
All right, then. 1991 or 92?
Was Jim Herd there both?
He was probably there for all of it, wasn't he?
I'm gonna go with 91.
I think that's a fabulous choice.
Yeah.
91 WCW, right. There's a fella on YouTube. I think it's called like Steve's Wrestling Collection, but I'll send all the bollocks to you. And he puts WWF and WCW into years, month at a time, with like the best bits.
Right. Okay.
Good job, like right, good fucking the best bits of the TV from that month. So there's a September WCW September 91 from that Steve's Wrestling Collection.
Okay.
It's a right good channel. He fucking, he's got WWF from like 86 to fucking yesterday. Not so much WCW, but there's 1991 and 92 WCW from that like that all year.
Cool.
Right, Friday is my singles pick, and I've written both names down of what I want to do, but I'm gonna choose Tatanka.
Ah, there we go.
Save the other one for another time.
Cool.
Purely based on the fact that Tatanka wasn't really. I don't ever remember him in WCW. So we're having another WWF boy just to split the fucking crew up.
Right, yeah.
So yeah, Bolsheviks, WCW 91, Tatanka. That's quite the fucking. That's quite the week, I think.
Yeah, that's fucking good. That.
It's fucking. The Batten twins and Kamala were fabulous, but XPW fucked all over that. XPW dumped in the mouth of all that. But next week in WCW 91, when Flair had just gone, hadn't he? Not long before Flair went in like March, did he?
Something like that.
So they're just recovering from that shit, aren't they?
Yeah.
So that'll be good to see what they pull out on that. But this Steve's Wrestling Collection is like TV matches, so not necessarily stories, just like fucking the best TV matches that he's got.
Yeah.
So yeah, shit he has. I watch a lot of his. So yeah, Bolsheviks Monday, WCW 91 Wednesday, sorry. The Native American on Friday. Splendid. This has been Kamala. See you later, people.